Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NHL previews and predictions for a Friday, January 22nd. Hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your weekend. As always, don't forget, if you enjoy these videos, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, guys, had a pretty decent night last night with my top selections. In fact, hockeypicks.com, I went 4-2. And if you're a member of ATS Stats here, my premium picks went 2-1. My free pick was the Los Angeles Kings. Plus, what was that, 200 or something like that? Plus 210. So hopefully you guys were able to cash in on that. Let's get to today's action here. Now, we're going to kick it off here with an interesting matchup between the Washington Capitals and the Buffalo Sabres. Now, they started the season. I think Washington took the first two, but no Ovechkin tonight. There's Kuznetsov. There's 4 players that'll be out for Washington for breaking protocol. Now, the bookmakers have made Buffalo a 120 road favorite. Over and under set at 5.5. ATS forecast, going to lean with the Capitals here. 2.75, 1.75, the over-under at 4.5, so it does like it to go under the total. It's going to be an interesting game without 4 of their top players not in the lineup. And the chance of winning does favor Buffalo, coming off a 3-0 loss to the Philadelphia Flyers. They won the first one against the Flyers, so we'll see how they're going to react tonight. Buffalo 1-3 on the season, so a little disappointed in that. And we'll see if Jack Eichel could jumpstart the Sabres tonight. Looking at the Edmonton Oilers, took game 1 of the back-to-back series against Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto, again, lacking sandpaper. I've said it since the beginning of the year. They got to really they can't depend on Simmons to be the sandpaper guy every night, especially at his age right now, right? He's that guy who's he'll give you 10 good minutes a night. He'll stand in front of the net. But, Toronto's going to have to find a way to get a bit more physical, get pucks deep, get the guy inside, crash and bang a bit on the boards. But going into this one, a minus 125 favorite, the over-under set at 6.5. And looking at the computer pick, going to go with the Leafs here tonight. 3.11, 2.98, the over-under at 6.09. The one thing you don't want to do against the Leafs is get on let them have a power play, because they can kill you on the power play. They have a really good PP. And for the Edmonton Oilers, big win against the Maple Leafs. That was their first road win of the season. They're 2-3 on the year. And Draisaitl, we talked about it last game, finally got his first goal of the year. And we'll see how they're going to play tonight after a win in the back-to-back game series with the Leafs. And, I normally like to go back to the team that lost, especially a team like Toronto. Not a bad price, but again, the Austin Matthews left yesterday's practice to check out his game status for today. The last 3 games for Toronto have gotten under the total, and that's kind of, surprising when you think of a powerful offensive team like Toronto. The last 3 games under. We'll see what happens with that. Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New York Rangers. Now, the Pens a minus 147 favorite. Over-under set at 6.5. ATS forecast, going to lean with the Pittsburgh Penguins. A nice come-from-behind win over Washington in the last game. Could have melded in the second period, but they didn't. They came out and they got the win. 3.42, 3.01, over-under at 6.43. Now, the Rangers took a loss in the last game against the New Jersey Devils, 4-3. And the Kogo on this game today is at 34%. So it does like it to go under the total at 66%. Looking at the chance of winning, 67% chance of winning according to the Raymond Report Law of Average Theory, favoring the New York Rangers. San Jose taking on the Minnesota Wild. Now, the Wild, a 167 favorite, the over-under at 5.5. ATS forecast, the computer pick, going to lean with the Wild here, 3.1, 2.69, the over-under at 5.79. Minnesota, 3-1 on the year, but I don't know if I want to put them as a 167 favorite or back them up as a 167 favorite. It's just like last night, right? Is there really a team in the NHL that is like a minus 200 dominating team, right? Or every time I see anything over 150, they have to be a dominating team for me to really, to back them up. It's like Green Bay playing, Oakland, right? They're going to win, but are they going to dominate? And that's what I want to see here tonight. Any team that's like, especially 167, I don't know if that's worth that price tag against the San Jose Sharks. But according to the computer pick, 3.1 to 2.69, the over-under at 5.79. So it does like it to go over the total. The last 2 games for the Wild has gotten under the total, and I believe this is their first home game of the year. Detroit taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, Chicago, a 135 favorite. Over-under set at 5.5. ATS forecast, going to lean with the 0-4 Chicago Blackhawks. 2.82, 2.58. The over-under at 5.4. And Detroit, 2-2 on the season. And, considering what their team looked like and what the rankings were at the beginning of the year, kind of surprising that they're at 500. So, this is going to be an interesting matchup. When you look at the competitive balance on tonight's card, this is going to be a really good game to watch. And looking at the over-under record for Chicago in the year, 3-1 to the over. And what's the over-under at 5.5? So maybe the over is where you want to look here tonight between the Blackhawks and the original six meeting, right? Detroit, Chicago. Should be a good one. All right, let's take a look at Nashville, a minus 116 price tag over the first game of the season for the Dallas Stars. We got Nashville winning this one, 2.92, 2.83, the over-under at 5.75. Now, Nashville's got 3 games under their belt, so this don't be surprised if Dallas is a bit rusty out of the gate. But, they should be well rested. They've been waiting a while, and looking at the last 2 games for Nashville have gone over the total. Vegas taking their team on the road here, taking on the Arizona Coyotes. They beat them in the last game, 5-2. Now back to Arizona. I believe this game was in Vegas. Vegas 4-0 in the year, and minus 175 is the price tag here on the Vegas Golden Knights. Again, they're a good team. They got a lot of good players. I just don't know. 175 seems a little heavy to me. And Arizona 1-3 on the year. Surprisingly, you got a Rick Tocchet type team. They did pretty well last year, but 3.01, 2.88. The over/under at 5.89, so it does like this game to go over the total. And look at this, combined together, both teams, the over is a 7-1 combined. That's why you're seeing the Kogo at 15%, so good chance of this game going under the total. And what's the over-under? 5.5. Interesting. All right, let's take the last game of the night. You got Colorado coming off a loss last night, 4-2 to the Kings. And looking at the Anaheim Ducks, they're coming off a 3-2 loss to the Wild. Bookmakers have made a huge price tag here on Colorado, minus 200. Over-under set at 5.5. ATS forecast, going to lean with the Avs here, 3.19, 2.49. The over-under at 5.68. 71% chance of winning, according to the Raymond Report Law of Average Theory for the Ducks. 42% for the Avs. Again, coming off a loss to the Kings. And there you go. All right, guys, don't forget, hockeypicks.com is where I make my selections each and every day. I'll do a video on it. I do a video each and every day on, I'll have my top play of the day, which is called the one pick a day for Street Catcher. And hockeypicks.com went 4-2 yesterday. I will do another video today after I handicap all the games, because this here is the Raymond Report computer picks. So if you're wondering what's the difference between these selections and your hockeypicks.com, this is, I'm starting to get all the information of all the games, and this is it's like good homework for me, right? To kick it off and talk about the teams, their situations, the early price, and then after this, I print down the worksheet and I start handicapping the games, and then I give you my top plays on the hockeypicks.com video, which I normally put out after lunch. All right, guys, have yourself a great Friday night of NHL hockey. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.